Do you want to change your life? Do you want to improve it? I have asked this question to many people, and almost all of them said they were dissatisfied with their lives. Because most of us are dissatisfied with some aspect of our lives. Sometimes this dissatisfaction manifests as minor annoyances, while other times it turns into serious problems related to our work, relationships, or ourselves. But here's the interesting thing. Some people can change, while others remain stuck in the same place for years. So why is that? Sometimes people say to me, I watched your video and my life changed. But sometimes I hear this. I've been going to therapy for years. I've tried every medication there is, but I just can't change. Here's a very critical point. A hidden mechanism that either changes people or prevents them from changing. Now ask yourself honestly, is change just an idea for you, or is it a real need? For example, people say, I'm going to quit my corporate job, move to the countryside, and build a life with a garden. But years go by. Those people are still living the same life. Because for them, it's a fantasy. Talking about it is comforting, but they don't suffer. They can manage. Here is the biggest obstacle to change: making do. You have a real problem in your life, but instead of solving it, you keep the system going with temporary solutions. There is a wound, but you just put a bandage on it. The bandage makes do, but the wound is still there. As long as you don't face that wound, change won't come. The more you run away from pain, the more change runs away from you. Think about it this way. You're sweating, and you spray perfume over the sweat smell. The smell may not be like sweat, but it doesn't smell good either. That's exactly what we do in our lives. Instead of solving the problem, we cover it up. But real change begins when you feel the pain to the core, when the knife hits the bone. When do people quit smoking? When do they quit drinking? Right at that point. Nietzsche has a very powerful metaphor: the camel stage. You gather information, watch videos, read books, go to therapy. Many people remain at this stage, but Nietzsche says being a camel is not enough for change. The lion stage. The battle begins with yourself, your habits, society, sometimes even your loved ones. This stage is painful. You may be alone, you may be abandoned, you may suffer greatly. But change happens here. The baby stage. If you fight the battle, you are reborn. A new self emerges. If you say, I can't change, it could be one of the following. You haven't suffered enough. You've swept too much under the rug. You're used to just getting through the day. Sometimes, let it fall apart, because it's easier to pick up the pieces after it's fallen apart. A master once said, fixing what's broken can sometimes be difficult. You need to get a new one. Life is sometimes like that. Don't keep trying to save it. Sometimes start from scratch.